read the interview script and finding it is okay. Let's read. Yeah, 인터뷰 연습하려고 발음 체크할 겸 I wanted to check my English pronunciation with the interview script. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. First, there are questions like this. How were you recruited into your company? Did you audition or were you scouted? 네, 이거는 말 그대로 어떻게 그 회사에 이렇게 합류를 하게 되었는지, 그리고 스카웃이 되었는지 아니면 오디션을 봤는지를 얘기하는 질문이죠. 네. 자, 그럼 해보겠습니다. Let's try read this interview script, okay? So, PJ, it's me. I was actually a YouTuber before this. I made content around deaf awareness, trying to break down misconception and shift how people think about the community. Yeah. Through that work, I got noticed. One thing led to another, and eventually the company reached out with a proposal to try something completely new. I said yes. 나는 실제로 이제 이 일을 하기 이전에 유튜버로 이제 활동을 했었고, 이제 이 컨텐츠가 이제 청각장애에다 이제 잘못된 오해에서 오는 그러한 정보들을 편견을 깨부수고 싶어서 그런 것들을 많이 올렸었다. 그 이후로 나는 이제 깨달았어. One thing led to another. 다른 것이 나를 이끌었다는 것을. 결과적으로 나는 이제 이 회사에 자연스럽게 이제 합류를 하게 되었고, 그 과정에서 비고션이 되었다, 이런 이야기죠. 네. And then there are more questions like this. Did you come from an artistic or musical family? What interested you about becoming a musician? And even while deaf, did you come from an artistic or musical family? What interested you about becoming a musician? Even while deaf. 말 그대로 이제 어떤 계기로 이렇게 시도를 하게 되었는지를 질문인데, so I can say like this. When I was 8 and had surgery to improve my hearing, I started to hear a bit better, and the first thing that amazed me was music. It felt like a completely new experience. Since then, I've never stopped dancing and singing. Yeah, 이런 뜻이고요. And then I can say that music wasn't something we inherited, but music is a universal language. I believe everyone has some kind of relationship with it, whether or not they can fully hear it. That's why music allows us to reach as many pathos as possible, and we all love it. Is my answer. Next, tell me about the name Big Ocean. What does it present and mean to you? It's a very important question for us, right? Big Ocean reflects this belief that our potential is vast. Like the ocean, there's always more beneath the surface than what people can see. And just like the ocean spreads across every continent, we want our influence to reach the bar too, in the most positive way possible. Then there's our fandom name, 파도, which means wave in Korean. Yes, wave. So the picture becomes complete. We are the ocean, and our beds are the waves that move with us. We carry each other. Okay, it's my answers. Yeah. Also, best believe that our potential is vast. Like the ocean, there's always more beneath the surface than what people can see. And just like the ocean spreads across every continent, we want our influence to reach that part too, in the most positive way possible. Then there's our fandom name Pado, which means wave in Korean. So the picture becomes complete. We are the ocean, and our beds are the waves that move with us. We carry each other. Okay. So next question is number 8. What's the purpose of your new album, The Greatest Battle? What message do you hope your fans take away from it? Okay, let's read it together. PJ. This album is a record of the Biocast fight we've ever lived through, and also a declaration that we are still here. Our first album was about comfort. Our second was about belonging. So this time, we wanted to be nothing but ourselves, just big ocean as we are. As honest as we could possibly be about how hard we fought and how much it cost us to keep standing. We did it from admirer Isun Shin. 12 ships against an entire fleet at the Battle of Yongnam. Because that image of impossible odds felt so close to our own journey. We want listeners to hear this album and feel like someone truly understands what it's like to be exhausted but still standing. You don't have to win today. If you are still here, that's already everything. Okay, in this way. And there is more. There is 9. It's from Chanyeon's answer. What has been like touring in North America versus Korea? What do you notice about American bands? Chanyeon answer like this. In Korea, we don't really do tours. Bands get to see us more regularly through showcases, performances, and events. So the atmosphere tends to be cozy and familiar, like catching up with someone you know well. But here in North America, there's this feeling like everyone in the room has been saving up an entire year's worth of love and brought it all with them that night. The warmth and energy are just overwhelming in the best way. I genuinely feel like the audience is performing with us, not just watching. 9 cities this time, and we still feel like we are counting down to each one. Yes, it was Chanyeon's answer. Next, Chiseok. Why do you think it is important to represent the deaf community, especially in K-pop? Jisok said like this. Because representation isn't just about visibility. It's about expanding what people believe is possible for themselves. When a deaf kid somewhere watches us perform and thinks, "Oh, that could be me," something shift. K-pop reaches across the world, and having deaf artists in that space says louder than words. That disability is part of our story, but not a ceiling. We know firsthand how hard it can be for disabled people to fight for a place that feels like theirs. That's why don't need to represent, to encourage, and to work alongside the communities something we feel very clearly, not just for the deaf community, but for everyone who has ever felt like the world wasn't quite built for them. Wow, that's good. Okay, I have two more. What has surprised you about touring and meeting your fans? Okay, how personal it gets. People share things with us, moments where our music found them in a really dark place, and helps them get through something. I didn't expect that weight, and I mean that in the best possible way. It makes everything we put into this bill worth it in a way that's hard to describe. Those moments remind me exactly why we started. I'm, I'm also just always moved by how much Pado signs along with us. That's our language, and seeing it reflected back was truly touching. Yeah. Lastly, I have last one. What is your goal with creating S-pop? What do you hope fans feel when they experience that artists at live or live shows and live shows? S-pop. Yeah. Wait, I'll cry. Why? No, don't cry. 울지 마십시오. Don't cry. Okay. Anyway, 좀 더 읽어볼게요. This is last question. Okay. S-pop is a term we started using ourselves. The S stands for sign language. Yeah. It's not an official genre or industry category. But that's kind of the point. We wanted a word for what we do, because what we do doesn't fit neatly into anything that already exists. Every hand movement in our choreography is actual sign language, a full sentence, a complex thought. So when you're at our show, you are not just watching a performance. You are reading a story in real time. We hope everyone in the room can feel the music living inside their body and carry that feeling home with them long after the lights go down. Yeah, it was my answers. And then 또 있어. Okay, it is interview script, interview content. Yeah. Okay, there is more question. Could you please introduce yourselves by sharing your name, where you're from, and whether you identify as deaf or hard of hearing, like this? Hi, we are Big Ocean from Korea, the world's first deaf K-pop idol. I'm PJ. Yeah, I lost most of my hearing when I was around 3 years old. 3살 때쯤에 청력을 잃었다. Before debuting in Big Ocean, I was actually a YouTuber. 그러니까 빅오션으로 데뷔하기 이전에 저는 실제로 유튜버로 활동을 했었습니다. 네. It was my introduce. And then after this, how did you all meet and how did Big Ocean get started? What year was the group founded? Yeah, Chanyeol said that like this. PJ was already under Prostar Entertainment before the project started, while I joined after being recommended and cast through an audition. Jisok actually first came to one of the company's events just to see PJ, and our CEO noticed him there and later contacted him to audition. After about a year and a half of training together, Big Ocean officially debuted on April 20th, 2024. which is also Korea's Day of Persons with Disabilities. Yeah. And next, why did you choose to call your group Big Ocean? There's more. Okay, it's also very good question. The name Big Ocean holds a lot of meanings for us, like the ocean. It represents our desire to create a positive influence that can spread freely across the world and connect people beyond borders, languages, and cultures. At the same time, for many deaf and hard of hearing people, the way we perceive sound can sometimes feel similar to being underwater. And also, where people often rely on sign language to connect with one another. So, in many ways, Big Ocean became the perfect name for us because it gathers everything we want to express through our music: emotion, connection, depth, movement, and the many different ways people experience the world. Yeah. Next question. How would you describe your music style? How do you connect with the music as deaf artist? Yeah. One more. We call it voice or pop. More than a sound, it's a feeling. It's about self-acceptance, about finding your own path, about music that's open enough for everyone to step into. As for how we connect with it, it's about here differently, so we are constantly checking in with each other in the studio and during rehearsals, asking if something sounds right, if a certain part feels off. We use hearing aids, cochlear implants, and other assistive devices, and those tools carry into how we make music and perform as well. Okay, next. Do you incorporate sign language into your choreography? If so, how important is that to your artistic identity? Sign language is woven into everything we do on stage. It's not just added on top of the choreography, but actually a primary part of the choreography. Every hand movement carries the actual meaning of the lyrics. So what might look like a dance move is really a complete sentence. For our fans who are deaf or hard of hearing, it means they can fully understand and feel the music alongside us. And for everyone else, it adds a visual layer that makes the performance more universal and exclusive. Yeah. Next, what has been your biggest challenge as a deaf K-pop group, and how did you overcome it? The industry wasn't built for disabled artists, and certainly not for deaf ones. So being among the first meant running into walls that nobody had mapped out yet. Early on, there were people who said we wouldn't let the song, and honestly, there were moments we questioned it ourselves. But what we believe is that accessibility for disabled artists ultimately comes from the artists themselves. That means training harder, being more patient, putting in far more effort than might seem fair. Not to be recognized because we are deaf. We wouldn't be where we are today without Parastars team, who stayed with us no matter what, who told us we could do this even when we doubt ourselves, and our best Pado, who believed in us in moments when we had nothing yet to show for it, like the greatest battle says. Yeah, as long as we don't give up, no matter how many times we get knocked down, we can always come back. No, I'm not crying. No, no, I'm very fine. You. Okay, next. Who is the best dancer in the group? That would be Jisok. Yeah. He's our main dancer after all. Yeah. His head gives him really clean, beautiful lines when he moves, and he picks up ASL and ISL, non-IS, so fast and applies them naturally. Chanyeon, on the other hand, has really smooth, soft movements, so which brings something different and it balances out pretty well. Okay, last, any messages would you want to share with the deaf community and to the world? To the deaf community, we see you, and we hope that in some small way, what we do makes the world feel a little more like it has room for you. Keep preparing yourselves, keep putting in the work, keep showing up in spaces people didn't expect you in. And to everyone else, thank you for listening, for watching, for feeling the music with us. Whatever battle you're quietly fighting right now, we hope this music finds you. Keep going, fighting. I'm rooting for you. Okay, this way. Yeah, it was my interview script recently time. Yeah, and then I also learned new English. I also learned a lot of English English expressions. Yeah. So I have memorized 200 words until now. So yeah, during so it was just I started to memorize English word from 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Okay, so I already memorized almost 250 within 2 days. So there are goals. I will memorize 1,000 words within 7 days. 나 고감기. I have rhinitis. 예. So 코가 먹겠어요. 네. 그래서 so my voice is shaking a little bit. 맞아. 약간 좀 막힌 것처럼 들리지. 비염 수술을 해야 되는데. I think I have to get surgery for rhinitis. Okay, so I have to go dance class within 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't have much time. 안녕. 허스키하다고. 약간 목이 모르겠어. 조금 쉬었나. 먹었지. Yeah, I had already lunch with our steps. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Nearby, there is restaurant nearby our office. It was 뭐지? 아무튼 anyway, it's like 제육볶음 같은 거였는데, it's like 제육볶음. 삼겹살 플러스 고추장. 예. It has spice still vibrant. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 하영, that's right. Pork. A spice stir fry pork. That's right. Spice stir fry pork. It was my lunch menu. Yeah. So little. It's not too spicy for me, but yeah, little bit. Yes, it's almost ending time. That's right. 거의. Yeah. After this, I will go to practice for dance. So before I go, let's have capture time together. But don't worry, I'll be back at night. Okay? So you can spend your time while I practice dance. Okay? 연습하는 동안 잘 쉬고 있어. 이따 저녁에 또 올게. 오케이. 지금 영어로만 계속 얘기해서 조금 어떻게 보면 강제 리스닝인데 우리 전부 영어 위주로 얘기를 하기로 했어. 그래서 최대한 안 쓰고 있어요. 네, 계속 영어로. Because we have to make more we have to improve our English skill ourselves. 오케이. 근데 우리 같이 영어로 대화해도 좋을 것 같아. 같이 영어 공부를 하는 거잖아. 같이 영어 공부하면서 우리가 나중에 만나게 되어도 영어로 대화하면은 우리 파도들도 영어 공부를 할 수가 있고 약간 같이 자기 개발하는 거 같지 않아? 자기 개발하는 거잖아. 같이 자기 개발. So self-growing together. It's better, even better, right? 오케이. 이게 미국 드라마 많이 봐봐요. 미국 드라마 넷플릭스 들어가서 영어 자막 읽어보면은 어떻게 말하는지 그게 듣다 보면은 말이 되게 빨라요. 빠르다기보다는 그 생략되는 발음, 연결되는 발음이 많아서 그것 때문에 발음을 캐치하기가 어려워요. 그게 그런 차이가 있습니다. So I will bend over backwards to help you. 근데 이 표현 잘 안 쓰죠? But this is not common. This is not common expression, right? I will bend over backwards to help you. 예. 잘 안 쓰잖아, 그치? So let's call it away. Okay? Let's call it away because I have to go dance practice. Call it away가 여기까지 하겠습니다 라는 뜻이에요. 이것도 아까 공부하면서 알게 됐어. Bye bye. See you soon. Capture. Let's go. Bye bye. Bye bye. 일단 가볼게요. 네. 안녕. 이따 저녁에 봐. 갔다 올게. 바이바이.